Greetings everyone and welcome to this video of mine. So this game is called Barotrauma and it's a game about submarines and aliens and underwater survival and things like that, exploring these alien biomes, and it's also definitely not to be mixed up with Barotrauma, which presumably is a game about rabbits. So the reason I want to make this video and series is that back when I was interested in this game, I felt there was kind of a dearth of unmodded vanilla single-player gameplay of it on YouTube, so I'll try to provide some, even though I'm not the most experienced player myself. I've only had this game for a couple of weeks now, but I've made it to the end of the second biome, and I think I have a solid grasp on like the basic mechanics and controls and the flow of the game, even though there still are surely many surprises and hazards in store for me, especially like in these later areas of the game. So we'll be starting a new campaign here, and as you can see, there are all these modular difficulty settings right here, and we'll be choosing this abyssal preset, which sets them to a certain value as defined by the developers. We'll also be enabling this Jovian Radiation option here, and it's the way it works is that it's like a growing hazardous zone, similar to the Rebel Fleet mechanic in the game FTL, which kind of pushes us to move on from the first areas eventually and prevents us from like grinding it out and getting like fully pimped out on gear and upgrades in the first areas of the game. And also the way it works, as far as I know, is that it's based on real time spent playing rather than mission count or something like that, so it also incentivizes us to complete the missions efficiently and do not spend too much time hanging around in the outposts and try to craft and manage things effectively. And then there's also this world hostility setting here, and it says that it affects how dangerous Europa is. And Europa is the moon of Jupiter this game is set in. And it says that higher hostility means more numerous or tougher enemies, more environmental hazards, and new challenging mechanics, such as untreated wounds getting infected. So it's set to high by default on this like abyssal preset, but you can actually set it one higher to this hellish level, as I guess hell is somewhat hostile, even though it could also be thought of as welcoming in some ways. Well, anyways, what I think it does is that if we were to start on this high difficulty, the first missions we would get in the first biome, which is called Cold Caverns, would be of like a difficulty rating of like 2% or so, and that would scale up to like 14% or so, which would be like the maximum difficulty for missions in the Cold Caverns. But with this hellish option, what will happen is that the very first missions in the biome are already at the max difficulty for that biome, so the first missions we get are as hard as they can be for that biome. So with this hellish difficulty, the difficulty of the missions only like increments between biomes pretty much, so it doesn't like advance in the same slow pace as it does with this setting set to high. I'm not sure how big of a difference it makes in the grand scheme of things, but it sounds fun, so I'll have it set. And this video is not really meant as a full tutorial per se, but I will be going over my thought process, if any, and decision making, and like try to point out some of the things in the game which I hope will be of use to new players or those who are thinking about getting this game but who have not yet played it for themselves. So to start with, we have the choice between these two submarines, this Barsuk and Dugong. And this Barsuk has this very powerful frontal turret here, this laser gun. It rapidly fries even some tougher targets, and it's quite ammo efficient and such, but it's also an extremely slow submarine, like it's pretty much the snail of the seas, so... And it also has this cargo capacity of only 4 crates, which is not ideal, as we'll be doing some cargo delivery missions, at least in the early game. It's classified as an attack submarine, which I'm not sure what that does exactly, but I guess it's suggestive of the fact that it's not exactly the swiftest vessel around. Then there's this dugong, which only has these 2 basic coil gun turrets, but they'll be plenty for our purposes. It's much faster than the Barsak, and it also has this cargo capacity of 8 crates, which is very useful for us, as we'll get more money and experience out of some cargo missions. And it also has this, I'm not sure what they're called exactly, like mini weapons, sub weapons, auxiliary weapons, I don't know. This like electrical discharge coil here, which will discourage melee attacks from this angle, so that'll be very useful for us. So I think the choice here is pretty clear in favor of the dugong, even though we do get a little bit less cash left over if we choose it, but it's such a big improvement over the Barsak that I'll definitely start out with the dugong. So we'll get to customize our first 3 crew members here, so I'll just try to do that quickly, not linger here for too long. So our captain, I think he should be a real hero, like a manly man from the time the ships were made out of wood, but the men of iron. Let's see. That's a pretty good face. That looks quite stoic to me. That's a little bit brutish. That's fine. For hairstyle, I mean mullet. That's then beard. Maybe this sideburn. Or this 5 o'clock shadow. Yeah, let's go with this one. Tattoos, scars, or an eye patch. I mean, eye patches are kind of tough, so an eye patch would. Or maybe not, actually. Let's. It could just be clean like this. And for our second character here, he should be the foil to the captain, like a real snake among the crew. Anti-hero. This face looks kinda smug, but it's maybe a bit too jolly. Now here's a proper scowl. Beard. That's quite fierce looking. This Lenin beard, this is perfect. How about some accessories? I mean, eye patches are definitely like associated with nefariousness, so that hairstyle. This top knot suits him well. A little bit too purplish here. Alright, like even though the eye patch is literally on the eye, it's a bit on the nose as well. Let's... Maybe these earrings are enough for him. And then for our mechanic here, we could have something a bit more whimsical or upbeat, perhaps. If possible, it seems like all of these face options are quite serious looking. No fun allowed. It's a bit rugged, but I think it'll do for now. She could have more expressive hairstyle. Yeah, that's perfect. I suppose there are no fruit tattoos here, but I mean, flowers are kind of fruit adjacent, if you ask me, so that's fine. All of these hairstyles are, or like hair colors, are kind of muted. Let's go with that one. So this should be fine. And as we'll be loading in here, we'll... oh, there's also this lore dump at the start. I guess we can go over this quickly. In the early 21st century, it was discovered that under the icy, irradiated surface of Jupiter's moon, Europa, lies a vast sea sustaining microbial life. I mean, it's not all microbial, I can tell you, like some of these specimens are downright microbial. Following the discovery, it didn't take long for the first manned spaceflight to arrive on Europa and verify the sea did not only host microbial life, yeah, that's correct, but complex, hostile subaquatic fauna. Besides the wildlife, the researchers faced grueling difficulties posed by the dangerous radiation emitted from Jupiter and the intense cold and tremendous pressure of the European Ocean. Despite all their hardships, Earth-born colonists were able to construct a handful of habitable outposts where a new way of life developed over many decades. A new system of governance was formed by a coalition of the largest, most influential cities on the moon. Over the years, European society became more and more dissociated from Earth. 50 years ago, contact was lost entirely, and no more supply ships have arrived since. Subaquatic travel and vehicles are in a key role in this new society, scouting for new inhabitable locations, protecting citizens from creature attacks, and establishing supply lines between stations as humanity ventures ever deeper to evade the lethal radiation from Jupiter above. The life of a crew member aboard one of these submarines is a lucrative one, albeit dangerous and often short. You've decided to rise to the challenge and establish a crew of your own. Now, with your newly bought dugong docked at Dyfed habitation outpost, the waters of Europa open up before you. Explore, help expand the colonies, and make of this place what you will. So, we'll be loading into this outpost here, and these are like the cities and quest hubs of the game. And our kind of first big goal here in the early game will be, like this game has these 4 reputations here. We have this Europa Coalition and the Jovian Separatists, and these factions are kind of antagonistic to each other. And then there's this Church of the Usk and Children of the Honk Mother, and they are also kind of antagonistic towards each other for some reason. And these are like the major factions, and these are like minor factions. Our first goal, or like the first thing we'll aim for, is to get to this reputation to level 80, so that we can get some unique NPC hires. Or actually our first objective will be to recruit a new crew member, a security officer, but that is like part of our plan on getting to level, getting our reputation to 80 as quick as possible. So what I'm looking to do here is to just accept my missions. Yeah, this is the type of mission that we'll be looking to do. This is the Coalition personnel transport mission, which gives us a good reputation. Mining and killing. Oh no, that killing Hammerheads mission, like that is a big no-no. Like, if you're applying for life insurance or something, don't tell them that you like doing those missions. That doesn't do good for your premiums. So it seems like we only have this one destination to choose from, this Anna fortification. So we'll be doing this coalition personnel transport mission, and I'm not necessarily interested in doing this uranium or mining mission, but I think this has a chance of like not being in a cave and just like being out there for the taking these ores. Though I'm not sure, because this has this like 2 skulls here, it might be a cave mission. And the reward is like a bit high, so it might be a cave mission. Actually, I'm pretty certain it is a cave mission, but I don't want to bother with those because that'll take me some time, and I would also need to buy some, or like I would need to get some equipment, do some dives, but I don't want to pay for it right now, so. And then what I'm kind of looking for here as well are some like random events. You usually get 1 or 2 of them per outpost, but I'm not really seeing any right here. They are like marked by a yellow exclamation mark, but I didn't see any, so let's just get going here. I'll accept this mission, but I don't think we get any penalty if we ignore it, so I will be most likely just ignoring it, but I'll take it if it happens to be on the way to this next outpost. So yeah, this gives us, these coalition personnel transport missions give us 5 Europa coalition reputation at the expense of 5 Jovian separatist reputation, but this uranium ore mission would give us only 1 reputation, so it's not a big deal if we don't. So here I'm just setting these bots to some like role-specific tasks. Yes, it seems to be in a cave, so, and it's like in the wrong way as also. I'll be ignoring that for. Don't really need the ore or the money even that badly. The money would be nice, but it's not that much. Let's have you man the turrets. I hope to complete this first mission before things really break down here. And they would be needing to fix things. So this game has like these 5 character classes, and we start out with 3 of them. The captain, which is... oh, no, that's bad. Okay, that's really bad. That's a Hammerhead. That's a very dangerous enemy type. I should probably get one of these diving suits here in advance. Or maybe not. So yeah, these hammerheads are a very dangerous enemy type. They will like ram our ships and or like ram our submarine and try to damage the hull. It's still alive. This guy doesn't need to be on the gunner position. He should instead try to fix these hull breaches caused by the hammerhead ramming us. So yeah, this is a bit unfortunate of a first encounter, but it seems like we have it under control. Oh, and it seems to be dead. I could go out and loot it. I mean, generally like going out and looting these monsters at this point is not really worth it, but because I really like the hammerhead design, like I think it's one of the most interesting creatures, so I'll go out and loot it so that you can admire the design of it. So So it has this like hammer section here that it will use to ram us, and it's this big fish-like creature. And where is my submarine? Did it like leave? Yeah, alright, so I put it on manual steering. Almost left the captain behind. Was not purpose. Could I have my submarine back, please? Or maybe it's a collectively owned submarine. I guess this is not like a... Oh, I went really far. Okay, that was kind of bad. I wasted a lot of time with this accidental departure of the marine. I should have been more mindful of like the navigation orders. But I was so fascinated with the prospect of seeing a real hammerhead that I did not think about that. But yeah, I really like the hammerhead like creature design. I think they look cool, and they're obviously like inspired by the real life hammerheads, but unlike the real hammerhead sharks, these are a bit more literal in that they like to hammer away at the submarines with their heads. I'm not actually sure what their kind of ecology or lifestyle really is. Like, what is their problem with the submarines? Like, are they predatory, or do they just dislike them, or perhaps they've been trained by the separatists to attack coalition affiliated captains like myself? I don't know. I mean, it seems like a bit of a costly prospect to like try to just ram metal objects at random. Seems to be like it would be a concussion risk, and of course it's also a risk of getting shot, since these submarines in Europe all pack heat. Though, I mean, there are like real life creatures that like to bash things with their head, like deer and moose and other ungulates like that, cows, bulls, and of course woodpeckers also, and things like that. So maybe it's not a completely unviable lifestyle if you are evolved to do it. Have the right adaptations for it. So it seems that there are some enemies around here, but they shouldn't prevent me from docking. Okay, so we didn't do the uranium ore, but I don't think we get any penalty for it. We just... well, maybe I feel a bit bad about, like, letting the mission giver down, like leading him on. But other than that, I don't think there is any kind of penalty. Okay, so now we got 5 reputation for that one. Now we would have enough reputation to buy ourselves this security officer, which I would like, but we don't have the money because we only got a very paltry amount of cash. Alright, so this is one of the random events. I think this is a pretty good random event. If I remember correctly, we'll get some money out of that if I like handle it correctly. Okay, so there is the coalition personal transport mission that we were looking. Another mining mission. Oh, and the arms delivery missions are even better than the coalition personnel transport missions because they give us much reputation, but they also pay much better. And like all these character classes or like characters have these different skills. Like in addition to this level, they have these different skills, and this engineer character is obviously like specialized in this electrical engineering. And since, if I recall correctly, this random event asks for electrical engineering, so that's why I'm like, I would like to do it with this engineer if possible, though it doesn't seem to be possible. Crap, maybe I need to do it with this captain. I might not be able to get the money from it then. Tell me more. Prison break. I mean, I would really like to help these both for the money and because this will like possibly get me some reputation with the Europa coalition. But since I picked up this mission with this captain who doesn't really have much skills aside from this navigation skill, this helm, not sure that I'll be able to get a good outcome out of this. So now I could choose to hide it under the bunks or inside some electronics. I'm not sure which one of these would be the better choice. I mean, let's try the bunks. Let's see if he buys this. Oh, he bought it. Huh. Great. I was almost sure I would get bought there, but seems not. Well, that's excellent. Where was the guard who assigned me this? Not you. Was it Dennis Hillard? It was in the administration somewhere. Why didn't I pay attention to his or her name? Hey. I'm pretty sure it was this Dennis Hillard here. But, oh no, it shows me here, alright. Okay, so it was Margaret Lozano. Okay, that's great actually. Like, that's a very nice boost. Very nice injection of cash. I might be able to buy a new crew member now. There are also these minor faction areas here, and it seems this outpost is inhabited by these jesters here. And I'll also get a mission from them. So, it's a cargo salvage mission. I mean, they are kind of a fun mission type, and we'll be doing them later, but I'm not sure will I do that right now. Okay, so I think, can I see how much money I have? I have only 3,800. I don't think that's actually enough to buy the security officer still, but I guess I can check. Coalition Corporal, yeah, it would cost, still costs a bit too much for us. We do meet the requirement of 20 Europa Coalition reputation, but we don't have the cash. We could try selling some junk, but I'm not sure. The selling prices in this game are a bit unfavorable for us. Let's see, I could go here or here. I could do this coalition personnel transport mission at this destination, and perhaps get the Galena as well. But like this outpost is connected to 3 other outposts as well as this uninhabited location. And this is a Europa Coalition outpost, so that's good. I mean, I'll get an Europa Coalition mission from here. But it's connected to these 2 separatist outposts. So the mission I get from here might take me to Jovian separatist outpost, from where I will not be getting a Europa Coalition mission. Whereas this place is connected to 4 Europa Coalition outposts and only 1 Jovian separatist outpost, so the mission I get from here is quite likely to lead me to another Europa Coalition outpost. I mean, that's kind of a bit of an advanced consideration, but or like min-maxing, but still. Since I might want to do the Breck salvage mission, I mean, I would like to get some reputation with those clowns as well. They are a very useful faction too, but even if they're not my main focus right now. So I'll buy this underwater scooter, and I might use it to loot the Breck if it is in a good spot. Because well, it gives us some money and some loot, and yeah, the reputation is also decent. But yeah, this is actually a very lucrative pair of missions that we can do here. But we still only have 3 crew members, so we are also very vulnerable to attack if we like get assaulted by those hammerheads again or something. The loading times in this game are a bit long. I'm not sure if it is my computer or what, but they aren't the fastest. Just empty my inventory a little bit. These opiums and morphines and fentanyls are like the healing potions of this game. They heal most wounds aside from burns and blood loss very effectively. So yeah, we can check out this cargo ship. I mean, it might have some like monsters inside of it, and I only have this starting revolver here. But it shouldn't be too dangerous, and we might get some decent items from there, so I can check it out. I guess I'll go with the captain here. It doesn't really matter which character I go with. Or actually it does matter now that I think of it. This one doesn't have a tool belt, so let's go with this. Go with this one instead. So yeah, this captain doesn't yet have this tool belt, so his inventory space is very limited. I should probably go with this one instead. I can loot more. So yeah, this is the first time I think, yeah. Not go there yet. Oh, I should have taken a... Well, I have this plasma cutter here, so I can open the hatch to this submarine. Alright, so you have some stuff here. We can take his ID, like with this ID we are able to open the doors on this submarine. They still work, even though it's kind of has accumulated some maintenance debt. But the doors still work. Oh, this is actually a good piece of wood here. Take it with me when I'm about to... Lot of drugs here as well. Oh, okay. They have a really good selection over here. They were clearly having some good times on this ship. I guess it's not that much of a surprise that they ended up wrecking it. And now I'm kind of managing this inventory pretty slowly. I see I should maybe be a bit more... I want this do design though. This is a pretty expensive run. I can take this box here. Okay, so it seems that our quest objective is actually there. This is something that tripped me up a lot when I first got this game, is that sometimes I spent a long time looking for this quest objective, like these crates that the quests want me to pick up, and they sometimes can be in quite sneaky locations, like how this crate is like hidden inside this hatch. So yeah, definitely pay attention to those sneaky crates. They can be in some very devious spots. So let's send our second looting specialist there. The bots can path inside the submarine from open waters, but they generally can't find their way inside if you leave them in the open, or leave them inside this. Oh, am I gonna get crushed by my own submarine? Oh, this is a scary situation. Actually, this has never happened to me before. Why is this submarine crushing me like? Oh, I lost power. All right, I left this guy on the guns and I lost power. Alright, so this has never happened to me before, but I guess we get something interesting happening here. Let's just put these inside this medicine cabinet. Got a lot of good stuff here. Though I also spent, I'm spending a long time looting this submarine, so I'm not actually sure if this is... Well, I guess this is worth it, but spending such a long time on these missions is generally not that great of an idea in the start, because the most important thing is that reputation. Well, this is a wrecked Barsak, so this could be us if we had taken the bar. Oh, come on, can I not get inside this submarine with my... And this is also very slow, okay, so... Yeah, now I'm starting to lose this plot with this mission. I'm not looting this in a very smart manner at all. Okay, so let's take this deep. Not worth anything. These are... I could take these and deconstruct them for some circuitry, but I don't think that this flashlight is useful. Okay, so here's the captain. This captain ID will allow us to open a container in them that has some weapons or some other stuff for us. So I'll take this crate here now if I manage to find it. No. This is... Okay, so... I got this crate here and... this holds some very important cloning supplies that I deliver. Now I can also open, go here and pick up some weapons and armaments if I want to. These are some quite valuable. Okay, this Captain Secure secure steel cabinet didn't really hold anything. But... oh. Oh, now I can. Oh yeah, I mean we got some random junk, but we spent like I don't know at least well over 5 minutes on that. So was it worth it? I don't know. Maybe it was. Let's just put everything in there. I mean, if I hadn't had the done the doo-doo with the power going off, then maybe that would have been better. You can man the guns now. This power situation should be fine now. I can maybe check what is the fuel. These fuel rods in this game seem to have experienced a bit of shrinkflation. I mean, they are like matchstick sized or something, so you need to change them quite often indeed. Though we'll be getting access to better quality and better fuel rods later on, but those default fuel rods, they don't really hold much juice per rod. I think this electrical equipment here is starting to like experience some wear and tear, but we should be able to get here, no problem. And this game does feature a lot of traveling, and I hope I will come up with something to rant about during all these leisurely boat trips, but of course the following biomes will be much more hazardous to travel, and there will be more enemies and such, so I do need to pay a bit more attention, and we'll also be able to, like, even though this dugong is a decently quick submarine, we'll also be able to increase our maneuverability and our top speed by quite a lot as we get to higher levels and we get better submarines. So maybe I can show here the NPC hire we are looking to get is like also a security officer character, but he comes with almost all of these talents from the captain's politician tree unlocked, and they are some very good talents indeed. We actually get 2 unique NPCs. We also get this funny doctor lady that has some bonuses to, like, unique bonuses to melee combat and stuff. But we're mainly interested in the politician NPC, as he will give us some extra levels and stuff to get started. So we definitely got a lot of money from that, but our reputation is still lacking a bit, but maybe that'll pick up as I hire the security officer. So we did open up our partnership with these children of the Hunk Mother as well by bringing their cloning supplies back from the depths. So let's get our new missions here. RT Doolittle. I think this is also a unique NPC hire, but he's like unique in the opposite direction compared to the ones we're looking for. So as you can see, he is a bit of an alcoholic and a decadent person in general, but I'll hire him anyway. A free is free after all. Well, I mean, he has at least he like comes with good attitude. I mean, that's good enough for me. Yeah, I mean, an employee who works for free, that's good enough for me. So it seems like we got this new crew member here for free. He's an assistant, so as I maybe said, there are 5 classes in this game, and we start with these 3, and the other classes are the 6 classes. Sorry, there's the medical doctor, the security officer, and the assistant as well. This assistant class is actually very good, and we'll be having some of those later on. Oh, another event here. Does he need some help with the ladder or something? Let's take these missions first. So the collision transport mission as predicted, killing a large crawler, alright. A material transport mission. So, do you need a hand? Negotiating a better deal. Okay. I mean, as a foreman, he doesn't really inspire confidence in me either, so I'm kind of like understand how the mine employees might be looking out for some more capable management, but let's see. Oh, okay, so they have the same issue. It's okay. Well, maybe it's just a feature of local culture or something. Like, maybe this is some kind of a negotiating tactic that they're utilizing on each other. This is, yeah. Well, okay, he's pacing back and forth. Yeah, yeah, that's okay, yeah, that makes sense. Okay, yeah, ventilation in the mine. Let's try to haggle for our hazard pay. Oh, but I got paid a hefty consultant fee. Well, that's great. I mean, that's really great. I mean, we've gotten 2 of these money-making missions. Okay, and now he's freed from his yeah, see, it was a negotiating tactic, so if you're having, you know, troubles with your employer and your work conditions, then try this elevator shuffle. It might just net you some better contracts and conditions, working conditions. So now we definitely should have more than enough money to hire this security. So Macy Sparks, Coalition Corporal. They have this trait like all characters in this game, like, but I don't think that has any in-game effect. It just affects them, like the banter lines they randomly spout in the chat. So doesn't matter that much what the trait is. Did I need anything else? I'm at forgetful here. I've actually spent quite a long time here in this outpost, so I guess I should try to be a bit more snappy. Okay, so now our missions are kind of spreading in a unfortunate way, but this is the one we'll be doing because this is the only one that gives us a big reputation increase. And now that we have this, the reason I wanted this security officer is because these coalition corporals come at level 3, or actually at level 4. They, I mean, they come with the 3 talent points already. And these security officers have this talent here, this Protect and Serve, which gives us more reputation when we complete escort missions. And these coalition personal transport missions are escort missions, so we'll be getting 10 reputation out of this one. The other talents don't really matter at this point, so I can just pick something here. And now we also have much more crew members, so this should be safer now. We don't have to worry as much, since we have spare crew members to fix leaks and things like that. So yeah, as I said, all these characters have these skills in addition to their level, and they earn these skills as they like do tasks related to them. But this RT Doolittle is kind of a special NPC in the sense that he starts with only 5 in all of these skills, so he is not the most talented mariner in that sense, but we'll make a man out of him by having him hang around, and he will learn as he goes. He will learn on the job, let's. So yeah, because of them, this is like the only type of hazard that really exists in this first cavern, are these like ice spires, or yeah, they just do damage if you like run into them, but and the NPCs love shooting them. But yeah, they're not that big of a deal, but as we advance we will face some much more challenging hazards in the next biomes. But yeah, maybe if I have time I can... Okay, so there's some enemies there. I should focus on avoiding them instead of rambling about inane stuff. Okay, so they're mud raptors. These mud raptors are a somewhat dangerous enemy type. If they get inside, they will do a lot of damage quick. They like to... Like, unlike the hammerheads, which just stay outside the ship and, well, hammer our hull, these mud raptors will try to get inside and feast on us. So they are dangerous in that sense that they can invade this marine, and they are rather dangerous if they get this. But yeah, we'll be getting our first level from this mission for our other characters. And the thing with this captain character is that this first row of talents is actually like quite interesting. It has a lot of good picks. I'm not sure what is the like optimal selection when it comes to that. But yeah, there are several very tempting talents like this logistic expert that would give me 20% more money from these cargo missions, and this veteran here, which would give me 20 helm skill, which would increase our maneuverability, and also I think it should increase our top speed by a little bit as well. And there are some other nice talents there as well. It seems that I failed at this docking. So yeah, we got a very small amount of money, but now that we have this security officer, we got a bit more reputation of that personal transport mission. So this might seem a little bit grindy and slow, but I'm pretty sure this is the best way to go about in the early game. Alright, so another of the vents. Won't anybody think of the children wearing dirty robes? Oh, he said, don't get me started on the casual opioid use. Morphine here is an opiate. I'm not sure about this terminology, like, even though it's like a common real-life topic as well, you know, this opiate or opioid crisis and things like that. Terminology is still a bit confusing for me. Like, for example, this opium here is like, it's an opioid. This morphine is an opiate here. Not really sure what's the deal with that. But yeah, I think this will do for this first chapter of this series, and we'll look to get our reputation up in the next part and move on to the next missions. Oh, it seems like there's this the clown delivery missions are handed out in this way, so we can either choose to imitate. I don't know what bird says crew, but we can imitate this Slay the Spire cultist by saying caca, and we get the clown delivery. I just want to check this. Yeah, the fentanyl is also an opiate. Interesting. The opium, like pure opium, is an opioid, but morphine and fentanyl are opiates. Do this. Oh yeah, I also already got the clown mission. It seems that we're getting some clown reputation as well, and that's a good thing because we'll be able to hire some clown assistant. They're very good. But yeah, anyways, see you in the next chapter, and we'll be continuing from here and picking up our talents and hopefully getting this reputation grind done soonish. So, see ya in the next chapter. Bye.